Okay, welcome all. Welcome everybody. This is episode 14 of New York Sports Story. Thibs is out. Why? Now. that was crazy. That 3:00. Boom, boom, boom. All the phones all over New York. I bet you.
Yeah.
So we are Chaz, and that's Frost.
I am Frost.
And DJ Grant Larson will be on at some point sometime today. So we'll break the news. It's I've been breaking for the last 5 hours now. Breaking news: Tom Thibodeau, fresh off bringing the Knicks to the first Eastern Conference Championship Finals in 25 years for the Knicks, got relieved from his head coaching duties after 5 seasons as a New York coach. 5 seasons of I think I read this. He was over 500, wasn't he? Like almost 600 winning percentage.
Yeah.
And they let him go. So we have to answer the questions: why now, and who's next? So why do you think now? Well, I have my suspicions. Why do you think now?
I said it last week. If the Knicks don't win this, he's gone.
You thought that, really?
Yeah, I knew it. I said it. I explained this to a few different people, and I think, is it a bad wait for him to go? Hell yeah. I mean, the first playoff, the first Eastern Conference final or championship in 25 years, and you just flicked them away like we were playing paper football. That's bone chilling. This job security. It doesn't matter your resume. If they want you gone, you out now.
You're right.
With that being said, I think we discussed last week Mike Malone being the head coach for the New York Knicks, and I see that being a good fit as well.
Okay, well, we'll get to that. So let me read what Leon Rose wrote on Instagram. So he wrote, "Our organization is singularly focused on winning a championship for our fans. This pursuit led us to the difficult decision to inform Tom Thibodeau that we've decided to move in another direction. We can't thank Tom enough for pouring his heart and soul into each and every day of being a New York Knicks head coach. The New York Knicks head coach. Let me rephrase that. He led us not only with class and professionalism for the past 5 seasons, they did, but also to tremendous success on the court with 4 playoff berths and 4 playoff series victories." I'm stopping right there. Then why do you get rid of him? Like, this is insane. I get we lost and we lost poorly, and we'll get to that because we have to talk about the implosion that was in Indiana for Game 6. We have to talk about that. I mean, they couldn't even get to Game 7. They couldn't do it, but I'll get to that. So let me finish what Mr. Leon Rose said. "Ultimately, we made the decision we feel is best for our organization moving forward." Okay, I'll get to that statement. That one statement right there. Moving forward. Okay. "Tom will always be part of our Knicks family, and we truly wish him nothing but the best in the future." Let me go to that one first. If you want him to stay as a Knick, move him up into the GM role or assistant G. If you know it wasn't him, then keep him doing something else. Yeah, they did that with Riley. They did that with Pat Riley in Miami, right?
It worked.
That as a Knicks fan and as a Leon Rose fan, because I am a Leon Rose fan, I'm honestly shocked at this move.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was more player induced than it was coach induced.
It could be a possibility as well.
And that statement, ultimately, we made the decision we feel best for our organization moving forward. So moving forward, you now have a hole in that coaching spot. You have your star player who loved Thibodeau. You have your star player whose dad loved his coach because he worked for him. now there's a drama here that I don't think they even saw that when they were firing him or letting him go. Like that's the big deal is Brunson now, and it's times 2. You got Daddy Brunson and Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Rick Brunson. I should say Rick. His name is Rick. Okay, Rick Brunson, and he used to be a Knick. So there better be a cutthroat plan. Plan A, addendum 1, addendum 2, addendum 3. There better be. Like, as a Knicks fan, I expect that because if there's not, who's going to be yelling at them first? Stephen A. Smith. It won't be us. It will be Stephen A. Smith.
Blasphemy.
Not that I want to promote First Take or Get Up tomorrow, but Stephen A. Smith's reaction is going to be close to epic. I mean, it might be epic. Like it might be one of those things that you might have to DVR if you work from 7 to 3, 8 to 4, 9 to 5. You're gonna want to see this. Like that, the Stephen A. Smith is gonna reaction is gonna be absolutely insane.
Right.
So that's the why now. Okay, so that's the why now. Now who's next? Now I need to preface because I posted something that was more of a joke than anything because I found it and the guy who posted it had to be a joke because there was nothing behind it and there's no basis to reality. But I posted on Facebook that Patrick Ewing, it said breaking news, but it was just a picture of a breaking news, that Patrick Ewing could be the next Knicks coach. I actually said I wish he could be the next Knicks coach. But then I know the probability, the validity of the probability is not there. It's almost slim to none. And I know you saw it later because you saw what LeBruno posted. And LeBruno's right. Maybe we look to the Denver coach. Maybe, and this was talked about on the Fan, and I'll give them the credit for it. Maybe they somehow buy out Jay Wright. Somehow get Jay Wright to coach these Villanova guys. Maybe you go back and go get DiVincenzo. Go get him back somehow. That's got to be done. It's got to be done.
Yeah, they don't have their bench was awful.
That's just. We'll get to the free agency. At some point we'll get to Cat's gonna be back. Jalen's gonna be back.
Yeah. Where is he? Because I see it's a rumor, but it's just something to float around. We need a starting. We need a starting 5 that can play 35 to 40 minutes a game. Yeah. Without getting injured or the fouls.
Remember that was more at the end of that was in the playoffs that the fouls were starting to hurt, especially with Jalen. But that's where they need to figure out who can we pick up from that did things for us, and the rest we get rid of and we just get a new. Hell, go get Hartenstein back. He's probably going to win a title with Oklahoma City. Go get him back. Hartenstein would be better than Mitchell right now. Robinson, oh my God, Mitchell Robinson. Yeah. I think he's a great guy, but he's not even Shaq. He's not that rebounder like Shaq was. Where he can miss a free throw from here to there. Right. That's who. Those are the 3 people I think. Right. The Denver guy, who I forget his name. If LeBruno ever comes on, he can tell us who that is. And now somebody said on the Fan, and I think they're absolutely wrong because A, it's not going to happen because of his contract, and B, he likes the team he's on. And that's the guy from Miami.
Who?
The coach.
Spoelstra's not going anywhere.
Yeah, Spoelstra. They were talking about him on the Fan. So, I don't buy the Spoelstra line because he's contracted through 2032. I don't buy that at all. So,
like I said, the only logical fit I can see is Mike Malone. He's already got a championship, so he has that championship pedigree that he brings to the table. He's already coached big names,
Yeah.
like he was with Joker and all of those cats over there. So I feel like that he has the credentials, and I think he has the mindset, the championship mindset to take over New York.
I'll put another name out there just because if you want to keep peace, maybe I hire Rick Brunson. Maybe you let Rick run the show. He'd be low cost. He keeps the sanity of the team okay because you keep your superstar happy. It's not like Jalen can play for his father. We've seen that. We've seen the dynamic of it, and it's bountiful. Honestly, I think that's a good word for it. Bountiful. Like it's producing so much. Unfortunately, it just didn't produce when it needed to produce. So that was the issue. So I mean, those are the three people who I think are next to you. You agree on Denver? I mean, the former Denver coach. So I mean, we'll see down the road. I mean, this is very new, very fresh. We haven't heard Thibodeau say anything. I believe they got a Jalen statement. I don't know if that was off of X or somewhere else. So there's some Jalen might have said something already. But this is going to be another 24 hours. And then we're going to get to this, the NBA Finals. That starts Thursday. So we'll talk a little about this because, I mean, there's not much to talk about. It's two teams. We know the Thunder's favored. We know the Pacers are underdog.
Right.
We've seen the Pacers. We saw what they did to the Knicks. But then we also saw what the Thunder did to the former champion Nuggets. Yeah. So, I mean – it's got to be Thunder until Halliburton says I'm the man. I mean,
it can go 50-50. Honestly, I mean,
they could.
They're both young. They're both run. I feel like the Pacers bench is deeper than Oklahoma City.
See, that's where I'd put the money because obviously you're making more money off the Pacers if the Pacers win.
Of course,
So, but SGA is tough. The other, there was, I didn't put it up here, but I'll talk about it. Mike Greenberg on Get Up posted something about, and I'm going to paraphrase here, the connection of SGA and who's their second? Williams, right?
Jalen Williams, yep.
So how SGA got to OKC and how Williams got to OKC, and it all has to do, I posted it on Facebook. Why did I can't remember it now. Has to do with what player was it? Hold on. Let me see if
Chet. Because Chet's the third.
I put it on our page. Hold on a second. Let's go to group. I forgot to put that up. Let's see. No, New York Sports Story.
Oh,
there we go.
Now, ain't that a sight for sore eyes?
What's that?
Chisholm.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that. Here we go.
Yeah.
Paul George, the Paul George trade that from Philly or wherever he was that the back and forth. From Oklahoma City to wherever.
It was Oklahoma City. Then he went to the Clippers. Now he's with Philadelphia.
Yeah. But his trade and the trade, I guess, all the different trade pieces led to SGA going to OKC, led Williams from SGA from, if I'm correct, was it Sacramento or was it LA? It was some California team that had SGA, might have been even Golden State. Somebody traded him to OKC, and then Williams came from, if I'm correct, the Clippers.
Right.
So. It's an interesting dynamic that Mike Greenberg, the ESPN crew on Get Up, they get a lot of these facts, that unknown facts, and they're good to watch. They're definitely good to get information from. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, who are you picking? Who do you think? Since I mean, it starts Thursday, we'll have an idea of what's going to happen.
Everybody's going with the favorite. I never like going with the favorite unless it's my team. So. I'm going Pacers.
Pacers in what?
I think it's going to go 7.
Pacers in 7. Okay, so they'll be in Oklahoma City. I'll go Thunder in 5. I think OKC is going to dominate. Pacers will get a win at home. I think OKC is going to split and they'll go back game 5 and they win at home in game 5. That's my thought on that.
SGA was drafted by the Hornets.
That's right.
And then he got traded to the Clippers the same day.
That's right. And then the Clippers traded him to OKC. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Stupid Clippers.
Stupid Hornets.
Hornets.
How many players have the Hornets drafted that they didn't get? Let me count the ways. Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
He was traded to the Lakers, but this was before Jordan owned the Charlotte Hornets.
Right.
So I don't know what they were thinking at all.
And I'm glad they went back to the Hornets because the Bobcats, just it didn't have any punch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got you. All
I
right.
can see the OKC supersonic thing, but
I wouldn't mind seeing them go back to Seattle, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right.
At least the throwback jerseys.
All right, let's go to the baseball. Yankees. Oh, speaking of which, I got to get Gotham Sports back on. I was text message.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it's nice to see. Nice to see Chisholm back. However, we
0-0. Okay.
We lose Weaver for 4 to 6 weeks with a hamstring.
Yeah. Oh, now you're stealing my thunder.
Information just runs randomly.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. It's okay. So New York Yankees versus Cleveland Guardians. We got Rodon pitching tonight against somebody. What's this guy's name? I can't see it. Is Asian guy, I think. No, he's not Asian.
BB?
Oh, yeah, that's right. BB's pitching. I forgot. Yes, I got BB in one of my. Oh, I got BB in one of my fantasy baseball. I got Rodon in the other. So.
Yeah.
All right. So we got. I mean, this should be a pretty easy series. Oh, we got a base hit. No, it's fly out to right field. Okay. Let's talk about the Dodger series. Like that. Did that cause you concerned? Because it sure as hell caused me concern. I didn't even watch it.
I turned it off after the second. Once they went up 10-2. No,
yeah.
10. I think it was 10-0.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to watch no more.
Saturday, I forgot what I was doing.
Mercy rule. I waved the white flag.
There is no mercy rule in the pros. You're pro.
No.
See, you should know how to hit. I'm sorry. If you lose 18-10, okay, you try.
Right.
If they lost 18-2.
18-2.
Pathetic. That is pathetic for a baseball team. Like I tell you right now. I mean, I can't emulate being a baseball player, but whatever that means to my job that I do on a daily basis, to give up that many runs,
that was
and get paid for it.
Making $250,000 for this game.
I don't know how I could sleep because I know at some point that's going to come back to bite me. Yeah. Like that 18-2 game is going at some point. Like you know that's going to come up if we got to face the Dodgers again.
Oh yeah,
it's going to come up.
Definitely. Like if the Mets would have did that to us, we would have had to hear it later on.
Oh, that would be the worst if the Mets ever blanked us like that. Like, oh my God, we would never hear the end of it from LeBruno. Never.
But I knew it. I remember when I told you, I said, "Yo, Warren, I don't."
Yeah,
Yarbrough was good, but Warren, he's too inconsistent.
I know.
I would have swung for the fences and put Rodon back in, and then just rested him against.
Well, we still have a 36-22 record, and we're still in top of the AL East by 5.5 games. We just need to we need to hold on. We need to get healthy. That's unfortunately we're not healthy here. Devin Williams was demoted as the Yankee closer, as most of us Yankee fans know, back in the beginning of the season. But now Luke Weaver has been diagnosed with a hamstring strain that could cost him as much as 6 weeks of action. That's a problem. But here's the thing: it's time for Williams to step up now. And
Yeah,
as you said, Jazz Chisholm is back. Yay, Jazz! Thank God. Speaking of Jazz, I think he just scored.
Yes,
Look at
he
that.
did. Sure did.
Isn't that karma? I love that.
Yes.
He's off a DJ LeMahieu single? No way. Oh my God.
For Trey Griffin, bases loaded.
Wow. No, it was second and third. It was second and third.
Oh, well, you didn't see the play yet.
I'm sorry. It was first and second. Now it's second and third. DJ LeMahieu going oppo into right field. I love it. I might have to pick LeMahieu up. Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to get his juju back one way or another.
He does. All right. National League is a crowded field at first base and third base for the Mets. But Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor are firmly in those conversations, which is very true. Probably a surprise. More surprising is that multiple Mets starters, most of them actually are making a case for the inclusion for the All-Star game. Go figure. All-Star, a strong month could actually make Senga, Clay Holmes, Peterson, and or McGill into All-Stars. Like, that's how insane this is. Those four pitchers are doing so well. Let me go back. They got a 38-22 record. It's better than the Yankees. They're the second best team behind the Dodgers, who they beat 2 out of 3 at home. Like, that's amazing. To say that about the Mets, I got an itchy ear. All right. Anyway,
get a half a clap.
Half a clap for the Mets, exactly. So, and Senga is currently leading the league in ERA. Like, that was supposed to happen last year. He got hurt. Now he's doing it. So go figure. And it's funny how we got rid of Clay Holmes. And now we have our own guy who we pulled out of the bullpen who can go 6 innings and is doing pretty well for us to the point where he's like the 3rd or 4th starting pitcher for us. Like, in, what the hell is his name? Yarbrough, yes. I think I picked him up. I mean, I'm a Yankee boy when it comes to that. My franchises, I'll pick up the Yankees as long as they're doing good.
Right.
And I'll hold on to them like Volpe. Like I shouldn't be, but but the good for the Mets. You know, I don't want people to say we're just a Yankee, podcast. We will talk about the Mets when they're doing good, and the Mets are doing good.
Definitely.
They're doing better than the Yankees. They have better players. They have all-stars. But who have we forgotten to talk about? Juan Soto. He is not part of this talk. Most surprising of all, Soto's not even close to being one of the top 6 or 7 outfielders. And by F-WAR, whatever that F-WAR means, I'm sure statisticians know what that means, and that's great. He's actually number 16 of all NFL and National League outfielders. That does not make the All-Star team. But guess what? He just might because of his name. And that's the sad part. Like, we need smarter baseball people. Okay?
Popularity? I
don't have faith in that, but we need smarter baseball people. Do not vote for Juan Soto for outfield for the NL just because he's your Met. Vote for
no to Soto.
Yes, say no to Soto. That's a good one. I want that bumper sticker. That's a good bumper sticker. I'll TM you. You did it. It's your trademark. But that's
Soto.
Say no to Soto. That's good. That I might have to change the name of this episode. Anyway. So if we say anything, Soto shouldn't be an all-star. He has not proven it. He has a great June. We might change our tune. Oh, I just rhymed there too. Look at that.
If he's got to go on a roll.
He's got to go on a roll. He has to. Oh, Phillies are
defensively wise too.
The Phillies are destroying Toronto. Oh, we like this. Yes, we want the AL East to implode so we can actually doesn't matter how bad or good we are.
No,
Wow. Trout in the last 4 games from turning the IL, 8 for 14. Yes, I picked him up. He was on the IL. I picked him up. I knew he was coming off. Yes, I got Trout.
Yeah, that's nice.
See, I'm a smart baseball guy. I know what I'm talking about. I may not be the best at fantasy for baseball, but I see things.
So like that with football.
Oh yeah, I'm getting better at football. I'm definitely getting better at football with that. So, and we'll talk more about that when football comes around. No Tampa yet. I wonder what's waiting on Tampa. He might be the one watching right now. So this may not be New York, but this is an interesting story about baseball. The Jack Caglianone era is here. Get ready for the fireworks. The Royals have called up their best prospect since Bobby Witt Jr. And Bobby Witt Jr. is probably one of the best guys they've had in the last 5 years. Yeah. So he's a 22-year-old slugger who's making his debut tonight, okay? Against the Cardinals. Caglianone, I think that's how you say it, Caglianone. Kansas City's first-round draft pick last year, 6th overall, and is now what it is and was MLB's number 10 overall draft pick, or prospect. And he will be the first Royals hitter to debut within a calendar year of being drafted since the almighty Bo Jackson. That's a hell of a stat right there. I love it. I love that stat.
That was a long time.
Yeah, if we do anything, I want to promote that guy so he's known for a good amount of time, like until he does his own thing. You know, like that's amazing. That's an amazing thing, right? Jack Caglianone. You know that, and Bob. See, that's now we're going to have to watch Kansas City. That's a real thing now. Kansas City Royals are going to have to be watched.
Might turn the tide because you said they were going to be good, and they just
came out. Yeah, but Kansas City's in with Chicago and the White Sox and Minnesota and Cleveland. Like, so those are the teams that got to watch out for this now. Let's see where's Kansas City? What is their record? Goldschmidt's no, they're in the infield right now.
Yeah, he bobbled
it. He got it. No, he got it. Let's see. Where is Kansas City in ranking? There, 31-29, 18th in the league at the moment. But they got a pitcher named Bubic too, and I picked him up. Bubic. He's got a WAR of 3.5, and for pitchers, that's amazing. For pitchers, it's probably top 5. So you got a pitcher like that. You also got pitchers. Let's see, Crochet. And that's Red Sox. That's Nats. They got a starting rotation. Listen to this rotation. You got Bubic, who's been doing great.
Right.
All-star from 2015, Mike Wacha. All-star from 2023, Michael Lorenzen. All-star from 2024, Seth Lugo. And all-star from 2024, Cole Reagans. 5 guys on that starting rotation. Like, they should be better.
Yeah.
Their hitters have to catch up. And it seems like now with Jack and Bobby Witt, they're going to catch up. So if this isn't a segment for promoting Kansas City Royals, I don't know what is. I think Patrick Mahomes would be happy with me right now. Like, that's a team to watch. And I think we got Kansas City coming up. The Yankees, we got to watch out for that. Any one of those 5 guys can beat you.
Right.
You know, they're not Randy Johnson, who's going to be, and this is a random thought that I heard, his number is going to be put up in the rafters in Seattle.
Okay. Well, Tom.
I know, it took long enough, right? I wonder, I mean, it won't happen in New York, but it'll, Seattle and Houston. Oh, no, Arizona. He won in Arizona. So that's the other place they should get it done is Arizona.
Yeah, but so I specifically remember him from Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, well, remember, he was a Yankee for a hot minute.
Yeah, and then I couldn't stand him. I couldn't stand him after that.
He broke a couple records as a Yankee, too. A couple career records. We got
to see
play going on.
Yeah, fan tried to catch the ball and judge.
Oh, did they? Oh, dumbasses. Use my French. Challenge replay. Here we go. Oh, it's Judge too. You're a Yankee fan. I'm sorry. Here comes a rant. You're a Yankee fan.
Why would you try to catch them?
The Yankees are in the field. Don't touch the ball. Oh my God. How stupid can you be? I get you go to a game, and in theory,
First game.
I think it was a woman too.
That was a guy.
And my Siri popped up. I don't know why. On my phone, my Siri popped on. I guess I'm not allowed to rant with my phone in my room. But as a fan, I mean, Judge should have been yelling, "Get away, get away!" Like maybe that's his only thing he shouldn't have done.
Well, he shouldn't have to though.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, but was it a man or was it a woman? I thought it was a woman.
it was a guy.
That was a guy?
Yeah.
I see the supervisors with him now. And now even Judge is talking to somebody. He's explaining whatever's going on. And he's smiling about it, so I guess that's all he can do.
It's got to be an out. That got to be the third out.
You saw it? Oh, they called it a third out? Okay. What? You know what? I think we should do a PSA. You think we should do a PSA? Public service announcement?
Public service announcement.
Oh, that was a man. I'm sorry. He looked like a woman for a second. I just didn't see the beard. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's our public service announcement to Yankee fans and all baseball fans for that matter.
Period.
When you're near the field in your seats and a ball is coming to you, make sure the player isn't coming to you too. You need to see that. That if you're in foul territory, that is a possibility. If you're in fair territory, don't be the kid in 96 who did this. Because replay now will be against the Yankees and not for it. Okay? Yeah. Derek Jeter got lucky with that home run. That should have been a ground rule double at the best.
Yeah.
You know, that would have changed that game as a ground rule double. Nobody talks about that. I will talk about that. It's real.
Yeah, it is real and it did happen, but
yes, it did.
The outcome.
Yeah, I will not complain about the outcome. Right. Especially against the Braves. All right. Got a couple, not a couple more. We got a few more things. So this happened. Major League Baseball announced recently, I think it was yesterday, a first of its kind partnership with the new Athletes Unlimited Softball League last week. Thank you, God. Like I've been talking about this since Chaz Says Anything. Women's softball / baseball needs to become professional. We need to see this. We need to see this. It needs to go on networks. Like I don't care if ESPN, FS, Fox Sports, someone's got to pick it up. If the WNBA works, which it does, so will softball. You know, and you make this softball league and you try to legitimize it. Can you imagine how much college softball is going to blow up? Like, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. I got a spot for that. But like softball is going to go nuts. Like you're going to see an expansion that similar to the WNBA probably of what they want. You know, what the softball wants, and to align with the MLB, I think is amazing. What do you think?
Oh, but of course, especially with a daughter that's playing softball right now. Please, baby girl, I need that $4 million in NIL money when you get to college.
There you go. If one of those two people is your daughter watching right now,
I think they are. Hi, girls, if you are watching.
If they're watching, this is something that might spark an interest. You know, might flip a switch. That whatever you thought, and I'm speaking to your daughter, whatever you thought you couldn't do, you just now might be able to do. Like this is that thing that will flip that switch to hundreds of thousands, if not more, of little. And I say little because I'm 48, 15-year-olds, 17-year-olds to say I can do this, you know. Right. And I'm all for that. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not the big name like Kobe who was pushing the WNBA, but I'm still all for that. Like Kobe Bryant got that WNBA going. It took his name to get to that next level. It's unfortunate he passed away because he might have gotten the WNBA to where they were before Caitlin Clark got there.
Right.
I think Kobe could have done that.
His daughter was an assassin.
Well, she still might be. I mean, isn't she in high school?
The one that passed with him.
Oh yeah. But he's got other daughters who are still good.
Yes. But
so Gigi was really good. Yeah, I know.
There's Kobe and then there's the female Kobe, and that was her. She was going to be phenomenal. Yep.
The only person I can even align her to of loss is Aaliyah. How we lost Aaliyah. I mean, she was a great musician, great musical act, and gone way too soon.
Devastating.
Yeah. So I can absolutely understand that.
Left Eye too from TLC.
Left Eye. Yeah. Well, she did a couple albums with TLC. Mm-hmm. And she got crazy. Remember, she burned down Andre Rison's house. Now, I'll say this. Her level of crazy is not as crazy as some of the women out there. Now.
Like Lorena Bobbitt?
No, Cardi B.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, now you say.
And I don't mean to reference black women. There's not as many crazy white women out there. There is. I can get to them. But from what I just heard Cardi B say on a podcast about Offset, she said if she didn't divorce him, she was ready to kill him, and she said that live on. I'm like, wow. And now who she's with? The Buffalo
Stephon
Diggs. One of the guys when they on TMZ when they reported this, they said, Stephon, get the hell out, run away.
Get out.
Oh my God. And I'm not a fan of Cardi B. Me personally, I'm a Nicki Minaj fan.
Okay.
You want to do it that way?
Yeah.
Nicki's the OG. Cardi's the follower. Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Then you got the Megan Thee Stallions and the Lizzos. And
yes. Lizzo's in a whole different realm. Lizzo doesn't do what Cardi does. If anybody does what Cardi does, it's also who's the woman with 3 names?
Ice Spice.
Huh?
There's one of them.
No, I've heard of Ice Spice. No.
I don't know anymore.
3 something.
3.
Oh, why am I? She was on the She-Hulk. Why can't I remember her name?
Glorilla.
This is why I wish. This is why I wish my wife was on. Huh?
Sexy Red.
No, this is why I almost wish the DJ was on. You can tell me.
Yeah, he definitely would know.
Yeah. Who is? Oh my God. There's Nicki Minaj. There's Cardi B, and there's this 3-word woman's name, and I cannot. Oh my God, it's I'm losing it. All right, I'll have to get back to it.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes, that's it. Megan Thee Stallion. I knew. Okay, that's who it was. Megan Thee Stallion. She was on She-Hulk. I remember that on an episode of She-Hulk. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so good for the MLB to get involved with this. I'm curious to see how this goes. I really am.
Let's push it, people. Let's push it.
Let's push it. Absolutely. All right. One little basketball story, but it definitely caught my eye, and I added a little thing to that too. Would Karl Anthony Towns / Kevin Durant swap make sense for the Knicks and Suns? Do you think so? No.
Where's the value in that?
I do agree with that.
I mean, you already gave up Julius Randle and DiVincenzo to the Timberwolves for Cat, and you acquired Miles Bridges.
Who's done a little bit? Mikal Bridges.
I mean, Mikal Bridges.
I don't know who Miles Bridges is.
There is a Miles Bridges, I believe.
Yeah, I think there is. I just don't know. I've heard of it. I just don't know who it is.
But Sacramento, if I'm not mistaken.
That's possible. Yeah, that's possible. So, I agree. Trust me. I don't like the fact that it would be Cat and Durant. Now, could you sign Giannis or trade for him? Is the question. Like, I would love to see Giannis with Jalen. Oh my god.
Yeah, but
that would be a dream.
You got to think about the head coach that's coming in.
Yes, true.
Who he might want.
True. But this is where
I don't know how many draft assets do the Knicks still have.
Oh, they haven't given away too much, so I think they're okay on that route. I mean, we'll see when the NBA draft comes up, but I don't suspect that they'll be too far off. You know, with things that they've given up. I know they like giving up second round draft picks because they almost never use them. Right. But we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping though. We'll get to the free agency. What was that?
You got a team like the New York Knicks who don't even really use their second round draft picks, and nobody makes a fuss about that. But then they went and made a fuss about Bronny James, the second round draft pick, going to the Lakers.
It's because it's LeBron James. That's why. That's the only reason. I talked about that in Chaz Says Anything, and I called the Lakers out. I'd have to go back to that episode and find it. I called the Lakers out. I said there is no reason on this God's green earth that you couldn't get him after the draft and sign somebody else who actually had better skills. You know,
that's so understandable, but what my rebuttal to all of that was find somebody that knows. Find an NBA player right now that got picked in the second round, 55th overall, that's starter, or even on the team, or even playing in the NBA, not the G League.
That's a good question. I bet you have to go back to the 80s or 90s.
Yeah.
Like the Anthony Masons of the world, or something like that. Like that's who you'd have to probably look at.
It's not like football, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to undrafted.
No.
Free agents.
Football, you can get players anywhere and everywhere. It just depends on health and it depends on talent, you know. So, like, I guess we'll come back to that with Karl Anthony Towns and Giannis, like that. The forward / centers would be great. The ones who can shoot threes too. Like, that's why I don't want Randall back. You know, God help us, I don't want Randall back.
Did you see Julius Randle?
I don't.
That was Julius Randle that played for the Knicks that was with the Timberwolves. Yep. Folded like a beach chair.
Yeah, he did. He did. All right. I think this next topic will get a lot of traction depending on who sees it and who doesn't. I did preface this in the intro. The Madden NFL 26 cover has dropped. Saquon Barkley, EA Sports Madden 26 release. He's the cover boy, and he's hopping over whoever they caught that picture. They used it. Now, A, does he get jinxed? B, how does his career go after next year? Because this is the year of his, cover. So that's going to be interesting, To people who are fantasy people, do you now not draft Saquon Barkley because he's an EA Sports cover? No?
You still pick him up.
Okay.
And I say that because Josh Allen was in the cover last year for 24.
He didn't get hurt, but he didn't win.
No, he didn't. But I think that's more on him and coaching. Like, I don't know. I can't really name, because there was for a while the Madden curse.
There was, and it's still there. I think it's still there.
It is. But it's more so lingering now. Yeah. Other than it being like, oh my, this guy's on the cover. It's over. Because I bought the Madden the 16 with Odell on the cover.
I did too. I have it. I still have it.
I still have it too.
Yeah.
And he had an outstanding year that year.
He did. See, I have it for PS4. I still have a PS4. I'm not getting rid of the PS4.
Me too.
Yeah. Who needs a DVD player when you have a PS4? So
I didn't think about that.
See, I have a DVD player for the living room because the PS5 only takes HD movies. So I needed another DVD player to play my regular DVDs that I do if I ever played them. So yeah. So okay. So the launch date for this is they got a 3-day early access to gamers who want this. This is probably good for you. You might do it early August 11th.
I pre-order every year.
Do you? Okay, there you go. You have a 3-day early access August 11th. The worldwide launch will be August 14th.
For $134, you can get college and Madden.
So you can get college 26.
Yep.
Wow. For $134?
Yep.
I don't know if I have time to play all that. I have to go through my CFO for that one. So
definitely.
Or either that or save up.
I did it with 25, and I got through a season. Actually, college is pretty quick to get through a season with your superstar.
Okay.
It's pretty quick.
So Madden 26 will be available on the following platforms. And I don't work for Sony. I'm just putting it out there. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, XS, PC via the EA app for Windows. Steam, not Stream. I said it right. I spelled it right. It's actually Steam and Epic Game Stores. And for the first time ever, Nintendo Switch 2, which I have.
Really?
Yes, Nintendo Switch 2 will actually have it.
I remember playing Madden for GameCube, and I hated it.
You hated it?
It was awful.
Was it?
And then I got it for I remember playing it for the Wii too, and it was awful.
Yeah. Okay. I have it here. I'm on the Madden page. So you talked about the MVP bundle, it's called, right?
Yep.
So Madden Deluxe Edition. For Madden 26, you'll get 3-day early access, 4,600 Madden points, early access solo challenges, Season 1 elite player item, cover athlete elite player item, franchise coach ability points, player card exclusive item, superstar legendary XP boost, and bundle content elite player item. All that on the Madden side. Now on the college side, you get 3-day early access, 4,600 college football points. So same as Madden. Early access solo challenges. That's interesting. Bundle content elite player item. Top prospect elite team pack. Choice of 1 player item. All hands ultimate team pack. Choice of 1 out of 2 player items. And then Dynasty Coach points and Road to Glory skill points. That last one would be big for me. I love the Road to Glory part of college football.
Yep, that's what I did.
Yeah, I love that. Like, I think I played that more than anything else on the college football, like the seasons and everything.
All. Yep.
So, and I almost prefer playing as coach. I've done it as player, but I almost prefer it as coach because there's a legacy as a coach. And I like that aspect of it, Yeah. So, hell, now I'm doing it as easy because I'm trying to gain some traction, because I don't play as often. So I'm doing this as Rutgers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I got my team as Rutgers. I lost my first 2 games and within 10 points of each other. They were tough games. I go into Notre Dame. I blew them out. It was like it was like 75, 77 to nothing. It was the crowd shut up by the first quarter.
Wow.
That was great. That was
games, like 2K. If the team is losing and they're home, you could see the crowd start leaving. It is amazing. I love it.
Yeah. It was funny. So yeah, that's everything like that. I love that aspect. I wish I could Not afford it. I could afford it, but actually afford it to the point where I can sell it to my wife that I want it. So
Father's Day is coming.
I think I said I wanted something else. I forget what that was. It wasn't this. It was something else. Look, now there's other things coming up. Father's Day is coming. We'll talk about that. That's actually for our last show before. Oh no, wait, no. We do one. Next week we do. Yeah, I'll talk about that. Sorry, yeah. When I start thinking 5 things in my head, it screws everything up.
That's me all the time. All day.
So
I'll start one thing, go here, do something else, come back to that. Like, go back to this.
Yep. So let's see here. WWE men's Money in the Bank ladder match has been figured out when it comes to the men. It's Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, Seth Rollins, Penta, Andrade, and El Grande Americano. We'll talk about him in a minute because we know him as Chad Gable. We're not stupid. There's another WWE match that day. This is in LA, by the way, for anybody who didn't know. This is in LA at one arena. The Money in the Bank will be at one of the arenas. Yeah. There's going to be another pay-per-view, PLE, that's going to be at another arena in LA. And the person who is El Grande Americano, Chad Gable, is wrestling in that one as well. So he's wrestling in 2 matches in the same day in 2 arenas. That's interesting. Yeah, and they're not talking about it because he's technically not supposed to be known as Chad Gable. So
So is he doing both of these matches as
No, he's going to be Chad Gable in the other one. Yeah, you'll see it when it comes up. You'll see it when it comes up.
That's crazy. Hey, he's doing the Deion Sanders, Barry Bond.
A little bit.
Bo Jackson thing. Yeah,
a little bit.
Except it's the same sport.
Yes. So WWE Women's 2025 Money in the Bank has also been figured out who they're going to be. Alexa Bliss. Sorry. Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Julia, Naomi, and Stephanie Bakur.
Jeez.
So I'll do my pick for this one. I think the winner of this match, it kills me to say it. Well, no, I'm not going to go that way. Never mind. It doesn't kill me to say it. I think it's going to be Seth Rollins. That's me.
Seth Rollins.
What do you think?
I'm going to go completely off the grid with this one, and I'm going to say I'm going to give it to Penta. I think Penta might win it.
Penta! That would be great. I'd love to see that.
Yeah,
as I drink my prime. Come on, Logan. Give me some spot time. Let's go. Anyway. Okay, Penta. I'm good with that. Honestly, that could be a fun one to see who he's gonna pick. Because Money in the Bank match, you're gonna go after the champion, usually the world heavyweight champ. Usually. I looked back in the history. One Money in the Bank winner actually went after the Intercontinental Championship, which is interesting. So they didn't go for the big one. They went for a lesser one. It can happen. Yeah. So was that
like Chris Jericho and
no, it was somebody very early. It was there's a Wikipedia. There is actually a Wikipedia for can I get Wikipedia without actually just screwing up? Let's see.
Was it the first Money in the Bank match?
Wikipedia.
For another title?
Yeah, it's Money in the Bank. Let's see. That's not what I want. X. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, English, please. Let's see. Money in the Bank. Money. Ladder match. Perfect. Second thing there. Okay, so it started in 2005. It wasn't separate from WrestleMania until 2010. And I think that's when it was around 2006 or 7 when it did that. Let's see. Mr. McMahon approved suggestion. Rob Van Dam actually won, if I'm correct. Let's see. Yes, Rob Van Dam won the Money in the Bank ladder match in 2006, and went after the Intercontinental Championship against Shelton Benjamin and Matt Hardy, and he beat them both. So that's where it was Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam, he was the first person, probably the only person to go after somebody not with a heavyweight title.
Did we ever find out if Rob Van Dam and Jean-Claude were related? Aren't they brothers?
Rob Van Dam and who?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Let's see. Spouses. It shows 2 spouses. Katie, yeah, that's the one he's married to now.
They look they look alike.
Let me see if I can go to family. Let's see if I can go down here to family or personal life. It's a lot of wrestling stuff. Let's see. Training, 2006 arrest, cannabis, Polish ancestry. His last name is Sadowski, S-Z-A, like SZA, T-K, so Szykowski. Married Sonia Delbeck. Oh, okay. That was him. He went in his real name and married Sonia Delbeck. They separated in 2015. She actually filed for divorce. Now he's dating fellow professional wrestler Katie Forbes. Can't say I know who Katie Forbes is. At least not as a professional wrestler.
Right.
But yeah, there's nothing linking him to.
I'm looking at it. It's not even spelled the same anyway.
No, it's not. No, I think Rob Van Dam was just his ring name. That's it. I mean, let's see when he starts. He goes all the way back to.
Yeah, it says, although many people assume that Chris Van Dam, an expert in martial arts, is Rob Van Dam's brother, the two are not related.
Yep. Yeah, he made his first appearance on WWF television with a skit with the $1 Million Man. He was selecting plants from the audience and offering to pay them to perform degrading acts, and offered the 16-year-old Sadowski $100 to enter the ring and kiss his foot, which he did. Wow.
Oh, man.
Jazz has hit a home run. Woohoo!
Let's go, Chizzy.
Nice.
Right back at it.
Very nice. I get a point for that. But BB getting lit up, that does not help me. Okay. Anyway. Now we got
against the Yankees.
What's that? Yeah, I know. Well, can't help it. I have he's good everywhere else. So sometimes you get hit.
True indeed.
Yeah, so Money in the Bank for women. Who are we picking? I'll let you go and then I'll pick.
Rhea Ripley. Nah. Like Alexa Bliss.
Huh?
Like Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss?
Oh, yeah, Alexa Bliss.
I think it could be Rhea, but I really do like Alexa Bliss in this. I really do. All right, and then obviously the last two for right now. There's been nothing else added, so it's probably just going to be these four: Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena, Logan Paul, Mr. Prime, and then the Intercontinental Champion Lila Valkyria faces Becky Lynch. So that'll be that PLE. Then the PLE before at 3:00 on June 7th will be the WWE Worlds Collide. And these are the matches. So, as I said, Chad Gable is wrestling for the AAA Mega Championship against El Hijo del Vicano. I know I said that wrong. Vicano, I think. Vicano.
Vikingo.
There you go. You said it. So my opinion, I think El Hijo wins. I don't see Chad winning that. I just don't.
Damn, although he got 2 silent letters in his name. El Hijo.
Yeah, the I and J. I know, it's crazy. It's hurting my teeth. It's hurting my teeth trying to say that. Next match, Ethan Page defends his NXT North American title in a AAA match. Oh, you got to be kidding! Volpe just hits a home run now. Nice.
Oh wow! You're loving it, but losing points.
I'm loving it. Yeah, I know. I'm losing points with that. Exactly.
Sweet. That's that bittersweet feeling right there.
I'm praying to God I don't think it is that BB's in my non-paid. I think BB's in my paid league, so that's going to hurt me. Yeah.
You might not be. Hopefully he's not.
Hopefully, I have Volpe on both teams. So between Volpe and Jazz, that might help even it out. Yeah. So now I just got to hope for Trout and other guys to actually do better. So.
Right.
Okay, the North American title against Javon Evans, Ray Phoenix, and Laredo Kid in a fatal 4-way match for that title. Fatal 4-way matches are fun. So to see some AAA guys is going to be fun. And then another match, Stephanie Vacour, who I said is going to be – so she's another one. Going to be in 2 matches in the same day. Stephanie Vacour is teaming up with Lola Vice to battle AAA's – I'm going to guess that's Dallas. I don't know. Dalys. I don't know. Someone who's Mexican can tell me what that means. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask my coworker. He's Mexican, so maybe he has an idea. And then Chick Tormenta. I think I know what Tormenta means.
Self-explanatory.
Oh, yeah. Motion detected at my door. Okay, whatever. Legado del Fantasma. You know them.
Yeah.
So another Hijo battle El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. That's his name. Wow. I'm not making a mistake on that one. Pagano. That's his name. One guy. Pagano. And Psycho Clown. Not to be the same as the
Insane Clown Posse.
Insane Clown Posse, exactly. That's not them. And then the LWO, they're the good guys, the good Mexicans, take on Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and Mr. Iguana in a 6-man tag team match. Mr. Iguana.
Why is there even a junior at the end of Octagon?
I don't know. Octagon Junior. That means there was an Octagon Senior. Really? The Triple A is going to be interesting to watch. I mean, you got AAA, which is a minor league. Is now going to be a minor league of WWE. NXT is almost like a AAA of WWE. And then there's OVW, which is in Ohio, another a minor league of WWE. So we got a good amount of wrestling people that I'm a little surprised the AEW still has a calling. I truly am. Because AEW is a bunch of old WWE guys and some new people, not a lot.
Why? This is a question that I have.
Yes.
Why does AEW look so much more exciting? Like when you see the commercials I never really watched the match, so I wouldn't know. But it looked.
Well, when you think about this, they must have a pretty good hype team. Okay. That they are able to market, and they have to market like that. I'll give them credit. I'm tempted to watch on Wednesdays, the Renegade or whatever it's called, and other shows, that they do. I find it interesting when Christian, who we know is Christian, but he's Christian Cage there, that he's the champion. Like he never came close. Maybe he just never had the opportunity. But Christian Cage never was that top guy. So he is there.
One thing I ever remember him winning was probably the USA or Intercontinental.
He might have been an Intercontinental champion once or twice, but Edge was bigger. Edge became bigger. Edge was the guy. And definitely. I honestly, it wouldn't be surprised. That's why they have him. They have Adam Copeland. He's back and he's in there, and they're against each other. Christian doesn't like him, from what I understand, and I get it. I mean, Adam Copeland had his time. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
But there's other guys. Who else? Bubba Ray was actually there. I think Bubba Ray Dudley went in. Oh, no. Did he go to TNA? I think he went to TNA too. TNA is another one. I forgot about TNA because TNA is also I think is becoming a minor league for WWE. So you got OVW, you got TNA, and you got a AAA. So those are going to be 3 minor leagues for WWE if you think about it. So
that's awesome.
That makes an interesting. The website's WWE.com is going to blow up with how they're going to look with all these different things that they're going to have. Like Netflix is truly going to become an entity with WWE, and I give Netflix a lot of credit for putting out the money to do that. Like they took a risk at getting like that type of sport, entertainment sport, and they're doing a pretty good job with it. So
is it Netflix or is it Peacock?
No, Peacock has all the PLEs. Netflix has Raw, and they got Raw for the next 10 years. So, yep. So
Netflix just picked up somebody else too, just signed a big deal with Netflix.
Well, they're also the first. Netflix is becoming, if I'm correct, the first streaming service to have live events that aren't WWE. That's not and that's not sports. So they're going to have live shows. So that's going to be interesting.
Well, not how, because Amazon Prime did the same exact thing, I believe.
Did they?
Yeah, Amazon Prime. After I watched the football game, they'd have a concert after.
That was I guess that's the concert part. But then there's, I think they're talking about shows, whether it's almost like a Survivor type show, if you think about it. Something like that. I don't know the specifics. I don't pay attention to it, but that's
TV basically.
Yeah, basically that's what I'm thinking it's going to be. So
we don't need another Survivor.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
I don't want to see another Big Brother. I can't.
No,
I can't. Shows.
I can't stand any. I don't partake in watching that. The only one I ever did, and I talked about it on Jazz Says Anything, was The Bachelorette. And actually, it was The Golden Bachelorette and The Golden Bachelor. Remember the Golden one with the older people?
Oh, I do.
That was interesting, and it got even more interesting because we had out of the Golden Bachelor, one of the last 3 or 4 girls. I can't say girls; they were women. Lived in Shrewsbury, New Jersey. Like literally the next town from where I grew up in Eatontown. That's where she lived. I Googled where she lived. You could find her house. I mean, it's not hard. So, like
that's like, what's her face? Tiff. Do you remember? You ever watched the Love of Flavor Flav? Remember that show?
Oh, when he was with
Tiffany, the girl. I forgot her.
No, I don't know what Tiffany. I'm thinking the one who was the Russian. She played the Russian woman on Rocky IV.
No.
I thought that's who he was with for a while.
Yeah, but no, I was talking about the Flavor of Love, the little reality TV show he had.
Yeah, I thought he was with her on that Flavor of Love.
I thought he was with the girl Tiffany. Well, anyway, she's from I think Rochester or something.
Is she Rochester? Okay.
People were Googling her house.
See, you know who I'd be Googling up in that Buffalo area? Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld. That's who I'd be Googling.
Definitely.
Congratulations to Josh Allen. I got to say, marrying probably one of the, I mean, she's not one of the premier actresses, but she's a Marvel actress. We got to give her some credit. She's a Marvel actress.
I haven't seen Kate Mara in any movies recently either.
No, not too many. Not recently. Not recently.
Pretty good actress.
Yeah, she is. All right, we got a few more. So
I just recently found out, probably 2 years ago, that she was John Mara's daughter.
You didn't know? Oh, I knew that. Yes, I knew that.
I'm like, Mara? Then I knew her name, but I didn't put it together, and I was like, yeah, okay.
I'll tell you, you know what? You're gonna as you become more of a podcaster, you'll become more and more of a researcher. You'll start following things more. You'll start looking up things more. Trust me.
Google everything.
Oh, of course. Google is my friend. Absolutely. I'm not just saying that because I want their money. It is my friend. I couldn't do much without it. So
Google and YouTube. You want to learn how to change a brake pad? Go to YouTube. They'll tell you.
No, see, I disagree on that. You have to want to learn to change the brake pad. I don't. I go to the mechanic.
I agree.
And to my wife's wisdom, I'll say, she pointed it out, and I honestly, my ex-wives might have probably pointed it out too. My parents, especially my father, and I love my father to death, and I know it's Father's Day coming up.
Yeah,
did me a disservice, but not training me and my brothers how to do anything with cars. Mm-hmm. I know nothing about cars. I can drive a car. That's about it. Like that. I don't even pump gas because I live in New Jersey.
Yeah, they pump it for you.
Yes.
In New York City, when I travel to New York City, my grandfather he's been doing this for years, so we always get gas.
I was in Pennsylvania this weekend. I'll talk about that in a little bit. I can't. I don't pump. My wife pumps the gas. I can't do it. She lived in Pennsylvania for 6 years. I did not. So I've never left this state to live. So I don't know what it means to do that aspect of it. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. There's a lot of New Jersey people that once they leave, they have to learn a whole new system. That's just the way it is. Yeah. So, but now let's talk about this Women's College World Series. This is a big story. I left it for a little later because I knew there was a lot of other sports to talk about. Texas Tech topples historic, legendary. When I say those two words, Oklahoma has won the last 4 World Series, College World Series in the last 4 years. They won an ESPY for the last 2 years for being the best team of that year. Yeah. Oklahoma lost to Texas Tech. Yes, that was one of the first things on SportsCenter this morning. Like, they were devastated. Like, Oklahoma, you could see it on everybody's faces. Like, the first team in 4 years not to make it to the World Series, not to make it to the last game. That sucks. But good for Texas Tech. They're actually playing University of Texas, so it's an all Texas women's final. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, that was interesting to watch.
You got to put your money on the underdog, Texas Tech.
Yeah, exactly. They knew how to hit home runs off of those top pitchers. That's how they won. It was like 2-0 or 2-1, something like that.
Yep.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that was a good game though.
Yep. So, why does the Big Ten want 4 automatic college football bids? This is where college is going. They're getting greedy. The Big Ten thinks they're so big now with, I think it's either 16 or 18 teams, they want 4 automatic bids. I think the SEC might have something to say about that.
How about that?
What's that?
Earn it.
Earn it?
Earn it.
Well, who would the 4 CFP bids be? Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, and who? Like, those are the 3 I could think of. Is there a 4th that would be worthy of an automatic bid? I can't think of one. I know it's not Rutgers. Is Illinois or Nebraska, UCLA, USC?
Could be Nebraska.
I mean, I'm just spitballing here. I think
Could
Purdue's in it.
Yeah, Purdue is definitely in it. USC ain't been good in
Well,
years.
remember, this was their first year in the Big Ten. They'll get better because they've got now. They're in a bigger promotion or bigger conference. They're going to play on national television more often than not now.
Yeah.
Not just California. They're going to play everywhere. So that's going to be big for a lot of players coming out of high school. They want to play national games. So it's got to be one of those two teams. I'm thinking at the very least that they were proposing. But SEC is going to say, well, we got Alabama, who am I forgetting? Tennessee is going to be big. Texas is going to be big. Remember, Texas is in SEC now.
I'm looking at Iowa had a pretty good year too. So
yep, they did. You're right. So we could get more into this in the summer, like beginning, middle of summer when colleges start coming back.
Right.
But I'm curious where that goes. That we'll see about that.
That's definitely going to be really big, interesting topics to
definitely
try to break down.
So, as it is this month, and I don't know how many people are conservative, how many people are liberal, who is that we don't talk about that. But this was a thing, or if I could find there we go. An article that came out in The Athletic, Pride Progress, as gay pro athletes consider coming out, each announcement makes a mark. They're talk about a roll call of players. So that this is an intriguing thing. And they profile a soccer player, a basketball player, and a football player. Jason Collins in basketball.
Yep.
Came out in 2013.
Kid from Missouri.
Yep. The kid from he's not. Yeah, that's not the one that's pictured though. That's not Manti-Te'o, right? Manti-Te'o, or was that him?
No, I'm talking about the Michael. His name was Michael something.
Michael something. Okay, I don't see that.
All right, who was the football guy?
It's showing me a New England Patriot
lineman, right?
It looks like it. Let's see.
Because I remember seeing something on that. I can't remember this guy's name. He was a beast in college.
Ryan O'Callahan.
Yeah. So I did see that. Actually, I saw that last year sometime when he was talking about.
He came out in 2017, 7 years after playing parts of 4 seasons with the New England Patriots and Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. And here's the American soccer player, Robbie Rogers. That's another one. He let's see. Rogers was effectively retired when he delivered his news in early 2013. While living in the United Kingdom, he returned to the United States to play for the LA Galaxy of MLS for a little bit. So, those are the 3. I mean, at some point, it's going to start coming out more and more about, there you go, another one, John Ameche. He played for the Cleveland Cavaliers and Orlando Magic and Utah Jazz. Here we go. First active NFL player to come out. Carl Nassib.
Ryan Nassib's brother.
Yes, 6'7", 275-pound defensive end who played for the Raiders and Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep. There's another defensive player that came out too.
You're talking about Michael Sam. That's
Michael Sam. Yep.
He came out in advance of the NFL draft, selected in the 7th round by the St. Louis Rams. Never played a regular season game. He appeared on several practice squads with the Rams and Dallas Cowboys. His coming out announcement remains a watershed moment in the LGBTQ community. Also, Luke Prokop is the first openly gay hockey player to be under contract for an NHL team. Nashville Predators selected him with the 73rd pick in the 2020 draft. He's yet to appear in the NHL, but plays for the AHL Milwaukee Admirals. So it's getting close to professional. It really is. Right. I don't know how you feel. I know everybody feels different. I'm a proponent of, gay people doing whatever they want to an extent. I don't see myself going that way ever, and that's fine. But I've been around a good amount of gay, both sides, women and men, that I'm comfortable with who they are, as long as they're not too. What's the word I'm looking for? Flamboyant to make themselves the object of everybody's attention.
Right. Center of attention.
Just be yourself, and most of them are, and that's good. So I don't want to get into my personal beliefs necessarily, but I said specifically LGBTQ. There's something after it I don't say, and I refuse to say. That's up to you. Do you feel the same way? Different?
I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I just the whole LGBTQ, the gay people in sports.
After what to say after that?
It's plus. There's a plus that I'm not a big fan of, because I don't think there's a plus. I like definitions. I'm a definition guy.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
When you call yourself a non-gender, I don't understand that. The logic in here doesn't. I understand gay. I understand trans, bisexual, and trans. We could talk about because it's in sports. Trans, we've talked about that. It's past law. They don't want trans men playing in women's sports. They shouldn't. I don't. I mean, there's the testosterone level still in a man that is more competitive and will outbeat other athletes. And I think the biggest one is swimming. Swimming, I think, is the biggest where we've seen it where trans man became a woman and I started defeating women constantly.
Or the boxer woman, that the trans boxer.
That could be bad too. You're right, and that could be bad for the female who's wrestling, who's boxing now. Yeah, that could be bad. Mm-hmm.
That girl don't even want to box no more after that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it was the Olympics. Come on, man, we gotta do better.
I agree. We got to do better. There's got to be,
because if that was my daughter, your daughter, or somebody else's, you wouldn't want that.
No, I don't. I agree. Now, you put them in a sport like bowling or baseball, that's equal to an extent, because you don't need testosterone to play those games. You need skill. In a game of skill, that's not as bad.
Right.
Football.
So where it is physical.
Yeah, see, football's both. Football's a game of skill and a game of power.
Physicality,
yeah. Basketball. I guess we've seen Lisa Leslie play against men. We've seen other people. It can happen, but it generally doesn't.
That's okay, so this is my favorite scenario, too.
Yeah.
LeBron James. Take LeBron James, and now he wants to be a female, and maybe you put him in the WNBA.
Yep. That's a great possibility that can be brought up. Absolutely.
He'll score 100 points a game. Who's going to stop him?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You can put 4 defenders on him, and he's still going.
Yep. This Caitlin Clark ain't stopping.
Neither is Angel Reese.
Oh, Angel get destroyed by LeBron James. I'm sorry. There's no question about that.
Right.
Oh, my goodness. No. All right. I guess no Tamba. I guess he something happened with Tamba. I don't know. I'll find out tomorrow. Got one more thing. Major League Baseball yesterday technically established a Lou Gehrig Day on June 2nd to honor Gehrig's legacy and raise awareness for ALS. So on this day, whether it was yesterday if they played or today if you're playing, like the Yankees, the players, managers, coaches, all wear number 4 patches on their jerseys. It's hard to see where the Yankees are wearing it. I think it's on the right side of their jersey.
Yeah, because the left side says
I don't see it. Wait, I don't see it. I'm
Don't
looking
see it
at
either.
Goldschmidt now. I don't see the 4. Is it on something
It
else?
could be on the right side.
Maybe, because I'm not seeing it on the left.
No, neither.
But yeah, so that's a pretty cool thing. I'm not sure. I don't know if anybody has guests or was watching it as it started at 7:00. All the players did the speech that Lou Gehrig did. They had a little piece of each speech, and each player, all 27 or whatever players, spoke about it. So
Yeah.
that video will be on Yes at some point, Yes Network on YouTube at some point. I would suspect.
Right.
So that's pretty much it. I do want to, for me, I want to congratulate my kids. This is why one reason we didn't do one yesterday. I was in Pennsylvania yesterday, and my kids graduated 5th grade. Yes.
Nice.
They're moving on to 6th in the new school. That's why they had a graduation.
Congratulations. Yeah, I would have been messed up yesterday too because she had a double header.
Did she really?
So probably about 8:30.
Oh wow. Wow. Okay. And then I'm going to give a plug to the place we went. If you got kids, which I know you do, and others do, and I told this one of my buddies at work who has a daughter he's taken to Sesame Place. I said, You want to go to a cheaper place where you don't pay for parking. All you do is go into this amusement park and pay for either a wristlet for your kid to be on any ride all day long, or pay for certain ones because they don't want to do certain ones, you know?
Who's that? Dorney?
No, it's called Knoepels.
Never heard of it.
It's in the middle of Pennsylvania. Knoepels apostrophe S. If you Google it, depending where you're at, from where I'm at right now, it's probably a 4-hour drive from Carteret.
Okay.
Because you got to go one way to go to another way. There's no one direct route to this place. But it's
that's like Atlantic City. Like you can go to New York City. You can't get from New York City. You can't get from New York City to Atlanta.
Yes, you can.
I haven't.
I disagree with that. I've done it.
I haven't.
It's called the Parkway, the Garden State Parkway.
Yeah, the Garden State Parkway. I never thought about that. Well, I never tried either.
Garden State Parkway all the way down. It's a little longer on the Atlantic City Expressway from that point. I'll give you that. And I think you got to pay a toll too. There's another toll on AC Expressway. But yeah, that's one way to do it. I mean, there's a cheaper way to do it. It's a little longer. You get off at somewhere in Ocean County, and then you drive 35 all the way down.
From here we went through Philly and all of that.
Oh, you went a westerly way. Yeah. No, I would get to the 84 to Garden State Parkway.
Yeah.
I think 84 goes into the Parkway. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. I know there's some.
And that's right there why I didn't want to take the chance. So we just went.
Yeah. So Knoebels.
I've gotten lost in the Bronx before. So when
you've gotten lost in the Bronx? Oh wow.
I was like 17 years old and I fell asleep on the train. Instead of getting on and going back the way I should have came, I got off the train and ended up walking 20 blocks.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it wasn't
fun. So yeah, I mean, Knoebels, long story short, they got roller coasters like Great Adventure. They got a haunted they got a haunted house that is comparable to Disney World. Comparable, not better, but comparable. What else? The food's pretty good. I mean, and it's a walk. I mean, it's a big area. I track it on my phone, my steps. I did about 4,000 to 5,000 steps alone just in there. So could have been more if I stayed longer.
Right.
But like I said, getting there from there home We left at 2:30. We didn't get home until 5:30, almost 6 o'clock.
Jeez.
3 hours on the road, most of that driving. I was right, by the way. Kansas City. We're in Kansas City next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Oh, man, we're in trouble. I knew we were playing them. I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Didn't we beat them the first? No, I think they won the first series.
Yeah, last week. I mean, last year, not this year. Did we play them this year? I'd have to look back.
We played them and they won. I could be wrong.
I don't know. But yeah, so that happened yesterday. The graduation was good. Your kids go to public school?
Yeah.
Okay. When your kids graduated, did they go to middle school at all, or was it straight K through 8?
It is. So they go to middle school.
So there was a middle school, like 7th and 8th, or 6, 7, 8. Okay. So there was a
the way they got it now is they go from 1st to 6th.
Okay.
First to 7th, and then 8th is considered junior high school, and then
just 8th. Just 8th. That's weird. Okay. So is there a graduation from 7th to 8th or no?
I want to say yeah. I'm not sure.
You don't remember?
Honestly, I'm not even sure because they just switched everything.
Oh, did they?
Because when I was
yeah,
it was K through 8. At 8th grade, that was your middle school.
Yeah.
6th through 8 was middle school, and then 9th grade was high school. So now they got it all. It's all different. Yeah.
So in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, it's K through 5, and then it's 6 through 8. So 6 through 8 actually it's good for them too. It's right next to the high school. So Bloomsburg area, their middle school is next to the high school, and Bloomsburg College is down the way. There's a university in the town that's connected to Penn State. So they're in a good area. There's no doubt. But it's very hilly, which if you're not from New Jersey or you're from southern New Jersey or middle or central, as I like to say, you're not used to the hills.
Right.
Even the hills of New Jersey, you're not really used to when you go north. So, but it is very hilly, but it's beautiful. We stayed at one of the Quality Inn hotels that they got up there.
Okay.
When you come out of the door, you see the trees all over the place, over the horizon. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I took a picture. I'm like, I want that on my phone, So, but I mean, it was a fun weekend for the most part, Now they're off for the first day of their 60 days, and then they go back August 20th, if I'm correct. So. So they only got about 2 months off. I remember we used to have 3 months off. They have 2 months off for some odd reason. So they go back, and then that's that. And you got. I know your daughter had a practice today, right?
Yeah, she had practice today. She's playing for the juniors and the seniors now, 13 to 16. She has one more game left for 12U tomorrow.
Very nice. Very nice.
She is doing excellent, actually. She's got about 7 stolen bases and 4 runs.
Very good. Very good.
Her on base percentage, I believe, is a 3.313.
Nice.
Her OPS, her slugging, and all of that is 0. She's got a couple hits, but they're round out. This is her first time ever playing, so. But she's got the power. She's getting her swing down pat.
There you go. I mean, softball's not easy. I can't imagine like how girls into women play softball. It's crazy. I give them all the shout out in the world. Like that's not. I can play soft toss softball. I'm good at that. I can't try to hit a softball like that's coming at you 50 miles an hour plus. No.
Oh yeah. So I took it to the cage, and they were spitting out. They were spitting out 67-mile-an-hour fastballs.
What? That's insane.
Nicking them. She didn't hit them, but she was nicking them. And I was like, contact is 50% of the sport. Yeah. Wow. Well, my kids this summer will be doing both, and I'm just going to say kids because it's both. Aiden now, as well as Hunter, is going to be going to a baseball clinic out there in Bloomsburg.
I hope the coaches work with them well. I know Hunter's biggest issue is his hitting. Like he hits. I saw his videos. Shout out to Game Changer, the Game Changer app. It's
Game Changer.
Yes, and I'll even shout out the woman who's doing it. Give her a lot of credit for Bloomsburg, Mary Roscoe. She's the one putting the videos up, and she's doing the stats for the league too. And I give her a lot of credit. Thankfully, somebody's doing it. Yes. So I got to see Hunter, and the one thing I see with anything else, because I can't see his fielding much, other than the stats for his fielding.
Yeah,
and what he tells me, but his hitting, he only hits it at on line drives. He doesn't really hit it up. And I'm not expecting like home runs. I'm expecting hitting into the outfield type,
Right. Get the ball in play. Yep.
Yeah, he's got to get that flow of the hit. Got to find the hole, things like that. And I'm hoping that a coach there, any coach, will be able to help that. Aiden's a whole different story. He's almost starting from scratch. And I hope for the best for him. I really do. Like, he can throw, he can catch. His issue will be hitting because he's never done it. So that's going to be where he's going to start as well.
And that's where Ave is right now. She's never done it. So
and then Aiden's also got to learn to throw a little bit more with the wrist and not with the arm. That's what he's doing. His catching, he can catch. He'd be a pretty good outfielder, honestly, right at the moment.
Right.
But now Aiden is starting to talk about pitching. Now Hunter's been in it for 3. Yeah, Hunter's been in it for 3 years. Aiden, not even once. I'm trying to get him to understand. You just can't jump to pitching. It does not work that way. You have to ease your way. Like Hunter, I think honestly is ready now.
Yeah.
And the coach didn't think he was ready yet, which is fine. It's up to the coach to tell him when he's ready. Yeah. So that I feel is going to be best, and it's just a matter of when that's going to happen. Because I know Hunter has a pretty good straight ball, and if he does get clocked, you might see it anywhere between 40 and 50, even for his small age. So I'm hoping that's accurate, And if that's the case, it can only get better. Everything can only go up. So,
definitely.
We'll see what happens over the next couple months. So, so this is next week. Episode 15 will be June 10th. Again, it's a Tuesday. It's more me more than you, I think. Although you could probably work with that as well. I don't know if your daughter's got something on Monday. Monday's a special day for. Go ahead.
She probably got practice or a game.
Monday's a special day for me. 1 year ago next Monday, I got married to Beth.
Nice.
Yes. So my 1 year anniversary to Beth. So there will be no show on Monday. There will be a show on Tuesday, but we'll be able to talk about basketball. Where the NBA finals have gone to and what we've seen. We'll be able to talk about wrestling. What happened with both PLEs. We'll be able to talk about what the Mets and Yankees have been doing. The Yankees will be playing Kansas City going into those days, and the Mets. Who knows? The Mets, as long as they stay on a trend of winning 2 out of every 3 games, they'll be fine. Yeah. So we'll see. And as long as those 4 pitchers we talked about don't get hurt, they'll be able to sustain. So. What just happened here? Oh, well, Devin Williams is in. I guess are we that far into the game?
Yep.
And he gave up a hit. He gave up a hit. You got to be kidding me.
2 out.
Devin Williams. We talked about this, bro. I know you're not watching, but we talked about this.
Yeah.
Oh, he's frustrating. He really is.
He is.
Now the pitching coach is talking. Oh, man. We're up 3-2. Jesus.
We don't have Weaver. We don't have. That's it. And then you got Bo Naylor on.
Now I got to start looking in the minors, see who we got. This is bad. Wow.
Is it? He was supposed to be coming back soon?
Yeah, but he's not a closer.
No, he's not. But I'm saying that can open up stuff for Oh no, we had Rodon pitching, so that would not have even mattered.
The only there's two people I can think of to be closer. That maybe Loizaga, maybe. I'm thinking either Hill or Leiter. You got to give somebody a shot if he can't do it.
He's been crapping the bed lately too, though.
But you got to get someone focused. Someone's got to get focused.
I'd say go Loizaga.
Now, granted, Diaz hasn't had a great week either. The games that they've lost, it's been Diaz. So
Cruz hasn't been in either. So
yep.
Well, yes, we got 2 out. We're 1 away.
Come on, just
let's
get
go. Come on, Williams.
That's 1 strike. Or no, it's 2 strikes. Okay. A little more. Let's see.
1 more.
Can we say Yankees win? Come on. Let me say Yankees win. Come on, Devin.
Oh, foul ball.
Foul ball? Damn it, you're ahead of me.
Yeah, Naylor. Oh, that changeup. And Naylor's all over that changeup.
He's not a bad player. He's not.
He's not. Yeah, him. Especially when him and his brother was on the team. His brother got traded, though.
That's right.
I want to say he's still in our. I want to say he plays for the Red Sox.
He might.
No. We played him this year. Who does he play for?
The Twins?
I don't think. Did we play? We don't. I don't think we played the Twins this year, did we?
Yeah, we did. Or was it the Tigers?
Could have been the Tigers.
I think it was the Tigers. Tigers, yeah. Between the Tigers and Kansas City, we got to watch those teams.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, we're beating all these other teams, but we got to watch other teams in other divisions. It's crazy. Detroit and Kansas City are the top 2 teams that are probably our nemesis this year.
Detroit is killing it, and they've always had our number. I was so glad we didn't play them last year.
They're not Minnesota. That's just it. Minnesota, we got their number. Detroit, it's a whole other story. God help us if we've ever played Detroit instead of somebody else.
Jeez. I was surprised Cleveland beat them.
Oh, Cleveland beat Detroit?
Last year in the playoffs.
Well, they got pitching. That's why.
Right.
They got pitching. Cleveland's that's what makes this difficult because Cleveland's got pitching.
Damn it!
Oh, he stole the base. He stole that base before we got the ball win it. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. JC had no shot at that. No shot whatsoever. Come on, one more strike. Let me say John Sterling's call. Close it out tonight with John Sterling's call.
Right. It was on 3. I feel like
before we find out if they strike it out, this will be the second to last episode, everybody. Not forever. We're going on a hiatus after next week.
See.
After the 16th or 17th, depending on when we do it. Oh, there we go. Yankees win! The Yankees win! Okay. Very nice. 3-2. Thank God.
Player of the game, Jazz Chisholm.
Of course. And he's the first one pictured. So we will be back the 10th. We'll have one more, and we'll have one more show after that. Episode 16 will be the last one for about 5 weeks. All right.
Yes,
so everybody have a good week. We'll see you on the 10th. Peace out.
Peace.